Hey, good afternoon, Sojourners. How are you all doing today? It's the beginning of May, yes, about 4 days into May, and I would like to give you an update of what I have been doing in my garden so far. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to start right here on my deck and we will go to the garden afterwards, okay? So right here in this corner I have my marigold plants that I transplanted last week. Okay, and look at them coming up nicely. Here I have a Kana lily right here. Over here I have a cucumber plant, and see, I have made the trellis for it already. Okay, so that's cucumber. In this pot I've planted a squash, but it has not, I haven't seen any sign of it yet. Okay, in this pot I have a zucchini, and look at it, so beautiful. Okay, and over here I have a yellow squash. Now last year I planted them in my garden, but what happened is after it I got the first set of vegetables from it, the squash bugs just damaged the whole plant and I lost everything. Okay, so this year I intend to do some succession planting with my squash. I planted one of each, and in another month I'm going to plant another set. Over here I have my blueberry plant. Okay, that's my blueberry coming up nicely right there. And here I have my rosemary. Now last week I pruned my rosemary plant, and this is what it looks like coming up again. Okay, so we are going to the garden now. Again, this is where I planted some marigold, and last week I transplanted from this plot over here. Here is my callaloo bed coming up. I still have a lot more callaloo suckers to transplant, so as soon as I get a chance I'll be putting more callaloo down. Okay, so for now that's what's going on in my callaloo bed. Okay, some more rosemary over here, and at the back there it's supposed to be a herbal garden, but I just have some Kana lilies growing over there right now and some marigold, but that's where I'm going to be planting my herbs. Okay, it's such a beautiful day out here, guys. Right here I have my cabbage patch, and in a previous video I told you that when I was sowing my cabbage seed, the whole pack fell into the container and I just couldn't find the seeds, and so I just let everything germinate, and I had a lot of cabbage suckers. Okay, so here I have cabbages, and guess what, Sojourners, I now notice that a lot of Irish potatoes are coming up in my containers with cabbage. I just don't know. Apparently the seeds were left in the soil, maybe some small seeds that missed my eyes, and now everything is showing its head. Okay, so they're coming up. See, these cabbages are folding, so these are the spillover after I planted over here. Now right here, as I previously told you, that these beet, this is a, what is this again? Okay, this is spinach. This should be reaped a long time ago, but I guess it is seeding now. Now in this bed I have some beet that I planted in December. Okay, those should have been reaped already, but they were affected by the frost and the 2 days of snow. Behind the beet I have carrots, and I also have some kale over in that corner there. Those were planted from December. Okay, so I'm still reaping kale from that beautiful plant over there, and my carrots are coming up nicely. And in this bed that you see here, this is where I planted the green cabbage. That's the ones that were lost in the container. Okay, the ones that fell in the container, you notice that they are folding nicely. So from a distance, this is what my okay, so over here I have my cabbage patch right along here. That's the cabbage. Oh, that's cabbage. Okay, so see, I have two that will, I soon need to reap those. Okay, here we go. That's some cabbage. Right here along the fence I have planted some nasturtium here, and this is important. This is nasturtium is a good companion plant because it not only beautifies the garden when it blooms, but it also attract insects. Okay, I have nasturtium right here, and this is a good companion plant for your garden. Okay, I also have some marigold coming up right here, and I have planted marigold. I'll show you in a while. I've planted marigold right around the garden. Okay, so this is my little makeshift gate right here, and we are going inside. Okay, let me start over on my right side. Oh Jesus, these squirrels, I don't know what's going on. See what the squirrels are doing to my garden. Look at that. Look at that big hole, huh? Right under the root of the lemon. And this is what I'm experiencing. Okay, if you know anything that can get rid of these squirrels, or at least keep them out of my garden, please put it in the comment section. Okay, I would appreciate that very much. So right here I have guava. Okay, this one is an gardenia plant that I took from my garden and plant over here, and behind it I have guava. That's a guava plant right there. See, I have another guava behind that. Okay, over in the corner I have an avocado. In one of my previous videos you'll see where I planted that avocado over there from seed. In this row I have lemon, and these lemons I planted from seed. Okay, so see, and these are doing well. It's about 4 of them. Okay, right here I have a bay leaf. That's a bay leaf plant right there. Behind that I have some figs. Okay, and these were from last year. They're just bringing it back. I have a persimmon plant here coming up. You can see the top of it, that's persimmon. Okay, another lemon over there. Right here I have a moringa springing up back, and another lemon here. Now this one also grew from seed, but I don't know what's happening with it. I saw it put out some blossom, so I'll watch to see if I'll get any fruit from it. Okay, in this here is another callaloo coming up, and when you look you'll see callaloo all over my garden. Okay, in this container I planted some ginger. I don't see anything happening yet. Right here I have a pronganut plant here. See, right between the 2 figs. Another fig here, another pronganut plant right here. I wish I could keep them together, but there's not enough space. Okay, and beside that I have a grape. Okay, and see the grape, that's this one, and you notice that this one is different from this one over here. Okay, so see, this one is climbing the trellis going up. Both of them are climbing the trellis so far, but on this one I've seen it put out some. Yes, see, there's a bunch of grape right there. And I think I saw 3 bunches. There's another one. There's another bunch down there. Okay, so that's another bunch of grape right there. And I think there are another bunch. See one underneath here. Okay, so far I have 3 bunches of grape. And here's another grape that I bought recently and planted, and another one over there. Those are coming up. In this container I have some garlic and jalapeno pepper, another jalapeno pepper with garlic planted in it. This is a jalapeno pepper right here, and I have to cover it with these baskets to protect it from the squirrels. Okay, another jalapeno pepper, some green onions, what we call scallion, some garlic here. I don't know what is happening with this garlic. Maybe I need to reap it now. Some green onions over there. Here I have tomatoes coming up nicely. These are Roma tomatoes. Okay, I have parsley here. In this container, I think I sowed some kale seeds last week, but nothing is happening to them right now. I have some more tomatoes over on this side. So notice that I plant my tomatoes on both sides of this trellis. Hopefully they all will use the same trellis. Okay, now in this bed I have bell peppers over there. So you'll notice that I have 3 bell peppers on that side. Okay, and I noticed that there's an Irish potato coming up right there. I also planted, this is a jalapeno pepper, and I think Scotch bonnet pepper too. I planted some Scotch bonnet pepper in here, but I think they have germinated. If you can see inside here, they have germinated, but I'll see what happens from there. Okay, I'm having a terrible time now with the squirrels. All these are onions, regular onions, not green onions now, regular onions that I plant, and my intention is to plant peppers in between. Hopefully these that I plant here will germinate. I think I sowed some Scotch bonnet pepper seed and they are coming up. Okay, I have an Irish potato there, and I plant some companion plants here, marigold as companion plants. Okay, that's that bed down there. Over here I have another cabbage patch, but this is purple cabbage, and for some reason I don't know why these grow so tall. I planted them last year and it's the same thing, they just grow tall before they start folding. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Right, so that's another cabbage patch. Going down the line, this is my green beans patch. See, they are all green beans. I have lima beans, I have some string beans, and some other bush beans inside there. I think I might have a few plants of kidney beans in there too, not sure. And if you look in there, you'll see callaloo springing up all over. So I'll have to find some time. Look, callaloo, and I really don't want them in this bed. So see, I have a lot of callaloo to move to the plot over there. Okay, in this plot I have pak choy. Okay, so there's pak choy and some more onion, and down here all of this is going to be my melon patch. Okay, so I have 3 melon plants coming up, and notice I still have to cover them from the squirrels until they can survive on their own. Okay, so hopefully we'll have some melon, guys. Good. In here I planted some more pak choy, and I have to cover it with mesh from the squirrels. As you notice, I have some corn over here, but I don't know because the squirrels, see, the squirrels are digging them out. See, as soon as they come up, they just start digging. It's just so disgusting. Okay, so that's my corn over there. Those 3 containers have okras. Over here I have sweet potato, and sweet potato should be in this container. I don't see any movement yet. Sweet potato right there too, coming up. I have sweet potato in these, but I still haven't seen any movement. Now here I have peach. Okay, so that's my peach tree right here. Oh, having a lot of peach on it. Okay, here I have Irish potato. This is my little Irish potato patch right there. All Irish potato. Okay, behind the Irish potato I have my pine, and these got a beaten during the frost, although I had them in the greenhouse. It was no match for that that snow snap. And you notice I have Irish, but I don't know if it's the soil that I amend the soil and then add it to the pots or the containers. And now I notice that I have a lot of Irish potato coming up, and I have to move them because I can't dig too much around the pine. Okay, so I have 4 pines right there. Here I have some carrots, broccoli in this container, broccoli over here too, and in those 2 containers I have carrots. Okay, here I have my pear. Okay, and this is the, not the avocado, no, but the fruit. Okay, pear. I have a few up there. Hopefully they stay on it. In these pots I have beet, and these might need to be reaped in short order. Okay, I have some more parsley here and strawberries right here. So right here I have my strawberries. Okay, I have another little pine struggling right in that little pot there, but I see green leaves, so it gives me hope that something is going on in it. Okay, now right around my fence I have planted marigold, and I noticed they are popping up. See, those are marigolds popping up right around the fence. Let me show you this side. Right around it I planted marigold, and look at what the squirrels do. They just come and they just dig. Oh my god. Okay, so see, these are all marigold. Right along the fence going out there I have marigold plants. Okay, over here I have a pumpkin. I planted 3 pumpkins. Okay, but this one was planted from sometime in I think it's March. Yes, and I just 2 weeks ago I planted 2 more, just in case something happens to that one, but nothing is happening yet with those 2 that I planted. Okay, guys, thank you all for coming along with me on the tour of my garden. I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing and for your continued support. See you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to my returning friends. Thanks to or those who are new to my channel. If you are new, please subscribe before you leave and click the bell so you will stay updated with future videos. Bye guys.